So today we are talking about calorimetry. So basically we are going to talk about heat energy. So calorie is an SI unit of heat. Okay, so we have already studied energy. SI unit of heat is joule. So there is another unit called calorie, and calorimetry is a, you can say it is a mechanism for measuring, or it is a principle for measuring heat energy. So calorimetry is all about measurement of heat energy. So first of all, let's understand what is heat. Heat and what is the heat capacity. So this will be very quick because we have already studied this chapter in ninth. Okay. So understand first thing, uh, there is a body. Okay. Now in a body there will be a lot of molecules. You know that in a substance there is a molecule. So just read this, we'll study this. Each substance is made up of molecules. Okay. Molecules are in state of random motion. Now, molecule is exerting a force of attraction on the other molecules. Okay. Because if it's a solid, there will be a lot of electrostatic force of attraction. Okay. Now, these molecules, they possess kinetic energy due to their random motion, and also potential energy due to molecular attractive forces. So each molecule is always going to possess two things: kinetic energy. How can I say it is possessing kinetic energy? Because all molecules are in motion. Whenever there is a motion, that means there is a kinetic energy. And what about potential energy? Potential energy is all about talking about attractive forces between the molecules. Now the sum of potential energy and kinetic energy is actually their internal energy, that is called heat energy. Okay. Now when you have a hot body, now hot body will be having a lot of molecules which are in motion, so therefore they can have more internal energy. Okay. And what about cold body? A cold body will have less random motion, so they will be having less internal energy because of less kinetic energy. So whenever there is a hot body kept in contact with a cold body, the cold body warms up. Okay, the cold body is acquiring the heat. Okay. And what happens to the hot body? In that same time, the hot body is trying to cool it off because it is transferring its own internal energy to the hot body, because both are in contact. So in this case you will see the energy of the cold body increases while that of hot body decreases. So what is this energy which is getting transmitted from one body to another body? That energy is called heat energy. Okay. So the flow of heat, internal energy, from the hot body to the cold body when they are kept in contact is called the heat energy, or simply the heat. Okay. So we know that every body will be having its own internal energy. Okay. But when a hot body is there, it will have more internal energy, and cold body will have a less internal energy than the hot body. Both are kept in contact. Then what will happen? There will be some flow of energy from the hot to cold, and that flow is called heat energy, or simply transferring of the heat. Okay. So what is the heat? Heat is what? Internal energy. This is, uh, we are talking about a particular energy, matlab energy inside the body. Okay. And this is transmitted from hot to cold, that much only. Now the measurement of the quantity of heat is called calorimetry. I already spoke about this. Like when we are talking about how to measure heat, we are going to talk about calorimetry. Now the unit of the heat is like same like other energy, that is joule. Okay. J, capital J. But now if you want to, you want to work only with heat, so we have a specific unit called calorie. Okay. So if you remember, like normally when we exercise or anything, we always talk about, how many calories we have burned. So basically we are talking about how much energy, how much heat energy we have spent. That is the same thing we are trying to talk about. Now what is 1 calorie? Now this definition is very important. There are two definitions for okay. So if you see, on the second page there is another definition, and the first. So let's understand the first one and how it is incorrect, and what about this. So okay. So now what is 1 calorie? 1 calorie means the quantity of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water through 1 degree Celsius. So it is trying to tell you कि 1 ग्राम पानी को गर्म करने के लिए मतलब I want to increase the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. Are you understanding? So how much heat energy is required? 1 ग्राम पानी को मैंने 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस बढ़ाने के लिए how much energy is required? That is called 1 calorie. Now, what has happened? It has been assumed that heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water to 1 degree Celsius at each initial temperature is same. Okay. So normally we have assumed it कि हर temperature में same होगा. However, we are not speaking about water so much. I think you are already aware of anomalous expansion of water, 4 degrees Celsius wala. So however, this is not true due to non-uniform thermal expansion of water. So we are not going to talk about much about like, what is the non-uniform thermal expansion of water, but just understand that below 14.5 degrees Celsius, okay, the thermal expansion of water is not uniform. So therefore, the same definition of 1 calorie is changed to another definition that 1 calorie is heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water from 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degrees Celsius. So now they are telling me कि 1 calorie किसमें measure करेंगे? So after 14.5 there is a uniform thermal expansion of water. Therefore, we are going to take the measurement from 14.5 degrees Celsius wala. Okay. So what is 1 calorie? 1 calorie is the heat energy required to increase the temperature of 1 gram of water from 14.5 to 15.5 degrees Celsius. Okay. So we don't have to remember this so much, like, why we are not taking this first definition, but just understand that below 14.5 degrees Celsius, there is no uniform thermal expansion. That is the reason we are taking the other definition. Now, we are talking about calorie, but we should also know about joule. Normally, we are always calculating in joule. So there should be some relationship between calorie and joule. So what is the relationship? So 1 calorie is 4.2 joules. Okay. So 4.186 joules hota hai. Approximately, we are going to take it 4.2 joule. So in exam, they will be giving you this, or else do one thing. Try to remember this. What is the relationship? Directly, you can write 4.2 joule. Okay. Now, what will be 1 kilocalorie? It will be 1000 calories. तो 1000 into 4.2 करोगे तो कितना होगा? 4200 joules. So what is 1 kilocalorie? So 1 kilocalorie is the heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water. मतलब 1 kg के लिए 1 kg पानी है आपके पास, उसको गर्म करने के लिए, मतलब उसका टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज करने के लिए, फ्रॉम विच टेम्परेचर? It is 14.5 to 15.5. Okay. So that 1 kilocalorie will be required. So I think you are understanding what are we talking about heat energy. So whenever you want to increase the temperature from 14.5 to, see, if you notice, 14.5 to 15.5 is actually 1 degree Celsius only. So you are actually increasing the temperature by 1 degree Celsius, but the temperature you are specifically taking after 14.5, not below. Because below का क्या होगा? There is non uniform thermal expansion. Okay. So normally, whenever we want to increase, we want to measure the energy value of food, we are always going to take in kilocalories. ठीक है. Now, what is the concept of temperature? Now, we all spoke about heat. हो गया. Now, what is temperature? So when you keep a hot body with a cold body, the heat is flowing from hot to cold until what happens? The hot body is getting cooled and the cold body is getting warmed. Okay. Now the body which imparts heat is said to be at high temperature. Okay. Then the body which receives the heat. So the temperature is determining the direction. Okay. Direction कैसे होगा? From the hot to cold. तो जिसका टेम्परेचर हाई है उधर से फ्लो होगा. So temperature is actually deciding the direction. It will be from hot to cold. So when the body is receiving the heat energy, what will happen? The cold body, the particles inside the cold body will start vibrating. Okay, and hence the temperature will start rising. So always remember, temperature का मतलब होता है, whenever temperature is increasing, that means the kinetic energy is increasing. याद रखना, मोशन जब होता है, when the motion is like random motion has increased, इसका मतलब है temperature has increased. Okay, so temperature is actually proportional to kinetic energy. ठीक है. So what is a temperature? So temperature is a parameter which is telling the thermal state of the body. So basically temperature is telling you the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Okay, मतलब कौन ज्यादा गर्म है या कौन ज्यादा ठंडा है. And also it is determining the direction of flow of heat. Okay, मतलब कैसे डिसाइड कर रहा है, जो गर्म है वहां से फ्लो स्टार्ट होगा. Okay, so this definition. Okay, now let's talk about the so if there is no transfer of heat, what will happen? That means they are said to be at same temperature. Okay, but having same temperature does not mean that they have equal amount of heat. Very important part, this part. So same temperature का मतलब कभी नहीं होता है that they might be having same amount of heat. Now you already know heat is all about kinetic energy plus potential energy, and temperature is only talking about kinetic energy. समझा? टेम्परेचर सिर्फ एक एनर्जी के बारे में बात कर रहा है. इट इज नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. सो टेम्परेचर और हीट दोनों ऐसे हैंड इन हैंड नहीं चलते. Okay, even though they are at same temperature, the amount of heat will be different in that body. Okay, so so on which factors then the heat energy is dependent? So you are saying that temperature is not deciding the quantity of heat energy. Then what is decided? Like what are the factors for the heat energy? Okay, so factors of heat energy, we will be seeing that it depends on mass. Okay, so बड़ा body होगा. So tell me, if you have a huge body, okay, the retention of heat will be more. There will be a lot of kinetic energy, potential energy. Okay, so amount of heat energy is not only dependent on only temperature, also dependent on the mass and the material of the body. Material मतलब क्या? अभी wooden block रहेगा और aluminium block रहेगा. Now tell me, किसमें heat energy ज़्यादा maintain रहेगा? Aluminium. So that means the amount of heat energy is dependent on the material also. Okay, so what is that material called? Why are we dependent? So it is not only on the temperature or on the mass, also it is dependent on the material of the body. So we'll talk about that later. Let's come back on the temperature only. Now, in which unit you are measuring temperature? Kelvin. So the SI unit is Kelvin, not Celsius. Okay, so the other units, I think you are aware of it, that is Celsius. And you are aware कि हमारा जो heat energy, the way we measure our temperature, like in thermometer, we measure in Fahrenheit. So that is other unit. But the main SI unit, which is internationally approved, that is Kelvin. So what is the relationship between a Kelvin and a Celsius? We have already studied this part in study of gas laws, if you remember. हम लोग ने हमेशा सेल्सियस को केल्विन में कन्वर्ट करते थे या केल्विन को सेल्सियस में कन्वर्ट करते थे. सो व्हाट इज द रिलेशनशिप? द टेम्परेचर इन केल्विन इज 273 प्लस द सेल्सियस. ओके, तो सेल्सियस से कितना आगे है? 273. आई थिंक यू आर अवेयर ऑफ दिस. ओके, so the zero of the Kelvin scale is called absolute zero, is a temperature at which the molecular motion ceases. Okay, so basically वो लोग क्या बोलते हैं, when I'm saying कि zero Kelvin, उस टाइम पे तो ऐसा होगा there will be no kinetic energy, मतलब the body is frozen. Okay, body is frozen, therefore that's why it's written ना, the molecular motion is ceases. So basically zero Kelvin मतलब कितना नीचे रहेगा टेम्परेचर? -270 डिग्री सेल्सियस. ओके, -273 मतलब बहुत ही ठंडा होगा. If you understand Celsius, I think we understand normally Celsius. लाइक अपना अभी टेम्परेचर कितना है, टुडेज टेम्परेचर किसी को पता है कि आज का टेम्परेचर कितना है?
25 डिग्री
हाँ, कुछ
सेल्सियस।
24 डिग्री सेल्सियस है. So now you understand this is our room temperature, or you can say this is our normal temperature. So minus 273 matlab what will happen? The molecule will not move only, it will be frozen. Okay. So 0 Kelvin. Why मैं इस पे इतना डिस्कस क्यों कर रही हूँ? Because ये एक बार आ चुका है. What does a 0 Kelvin means? Okay. Now the degree or a temperature difference is same on both the Celsius and Kelvin scale. तो like जब तुम बोलोगे कि 5 डिग्री सेल्सियस तुम्हारा बड़ा है, okay, so that बड़ा है, like you know the difference in the Celsius is same like difference in the Kelvin. मतलब तुमने बोला 5 डिग्री सेल्सियस बड़ा है, इसका मतलब है कि the same proportion Kelvin scale में भी बड़ा है. Okay. If I'm talking about 5 degrees Celsius in Celsius scale, similar proportional increase has happened in Kelvin scale. तो आप उसका टेंशन मत लेना कि सेल्सियस में लिखना है कि केल्विन. In this normally they are going to give you questions numericals on Celsius scale only. तो मैंने तो देखा नहीं है कि केल्विन में कन्वर्ट करना पड़ा, ऐसा कुछ तो है नहीं. But let's see. Okay, now let's talk about, so we are done with heat, we are done with temperature. Okay, so temperature क्या बोल रहा है? जो ज्यादा so it is actually saying about degree of hotness और degree of coldness. ठीक है. सेकेंड चीज क्या बोलता है? इट इज डिटरमाइन कि डायरेक्शन कहाँ से होगा. तो जिसमें ज्यादा गर्मी है वहां से द फ्लो ऑफ हीट विल स्टार्ट. Okay, and same temperature does not mean that they have equal amount of energy, heat energy. So heat is actually dependent on three factors. कौन से three factors है? It is dependent on mass, और क्या है? Temperature
और
and
मटेरियल.
material. Okay, so let's talk about this. So what are the factors? So three factors we already spoke about. Now let's see how it is dependent on mass. Okay, so पहला example है, so if you take two objects of different mass, मतलब एक छोटा और एक मोटा. Okay, so now different mass will be absorbing different heat. Okay, छोटा वाला एक अलग हीट एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब करेगा और बड़ा मास वाला ज्यादा हीट एनर्जी. बट व्हाट यू ट्राई when you are taking two different mass, okay, try to maintain the same temperature. Okay, so यहाँ पे देखो, the first question is, first experiment is try to raise the temperature by the same amount. Okay, so I'm trying to keep the temperature constant. तो कितना heat energy absorb होगा? Let's see. So for example, मैंने amount, okay, so raise the temperature of 1 kg of water by 1 degree Celsius. तो मैंने क्या किया, water का 1 kg लिया और दूसरे जगह पे I have taken water as 2 kg. So if you notice, two objects I have taken of different masses, but I am trying to increase the temperature only by 1 degree Celsius. मतलब temperature मैंने constant रखा. So when we do this, we notice that heat energy required to raise the temperature by 1 degree Celsius of 1 kg water is 1 kilocalorie. Okay, now we are talking about kg, that's why it kilocalorie आया है. What about 2 kg? जब 2 kg पानी को मुझे टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज करना है बट 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस, आई रिक्वायर 2 kilocalories. Okay, so hence I can make a statement कि जब मास बढ़ता है, the heat energy is also increased. Okay, so let's take the heat energy. So heat energy is represented as Q, capital Q or small q. So we can say heat energy is proportional to the mass. Okay, directly proportional. मतलब आपने मास बढ़ाया तो मेरा अमाउंट ऑफ हीट एनर्जी भी मेरा बढ़ेगा in similar amount, like in same proportion. Okay, let's take the second. Now I try to make the mass constant. Okay, and substance भी सेम है. देखो substance क्या रखा है मैंने. Okay, the first part I forgot कि मैंने material same रखा था. Not only temperature was same, the material was same. दोनों को पानी पानी लिया था ना, it was water only. I never changed the material. Okay, now second thing, I'm trying to keep the mass constant as well as I'm trying to keep the substance also same. मतलब यहाँ पे भी हम पानी यूज करेंगे. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, टू रेज द टेम्परेचर ऑफ 1 kg ऑफ वाटर, ओके, मास सेम रखा है, बाय 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस. तो यहाँ पे मैंने टेम्परेचर बढ़ाया है और मैंने मास कांस्टेंट रखा है. सो द हीट एनर्जी इज व्हाट, 1 किलो कैलोरी. मैंने मास सेम रखा है बट मैंने टेम्परेचर मुझे 2 डिग्री सेल्सियस बढ़ाना है. तो मैंने नोटिस किया दैट हीट एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड इज मोर, so it is 2 kilocalories. So therefore I can say that heat energy is also directly proportional to rise in temperature. Okay, rise in temperature is represented as delta T. Okay, so temperature we are always going to speak about in delta, basically change in temperature, मतलब final temperature minus initial. Okay, ऐसे हम बात करेंगे. Okay, now third step, I'm trying to keep object same, okay, but हीट भी हम लोग सेम नहीं, हम लोग ऑब्जेक्ट सेम रखेंगे, ओके, टेम्परेचर भी हम सेम रखेंगे, बट वी आर गोइंग टू चेंज द सब्सटेंस. ओके, सो लेट्स सी. तो इक्वल मास ऑफ वाटर एंड कॉपर, सो वी हैव टेकन वाटर एंड अ कॉपर. ओके, एंड आई एम ट्राइंग टू इंक्रीज द टेम्परेचर बाय 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस. मतलब मैंने टेम्परेचर कांस्टेंट रखा, मास भी कांस्टेंट रखा, बट आई हैव चेंज द सब्सटेंस. So what will happen if you notice the amount of heat absorbed by water is nearly 10 times than the amount of heat absorbed by copper. Now copper, if you remember, हम बहुत बार पढ़ते आए हैं, copper is a good conductor of heat. तो कॉपर बहुत जल्दी गर्म हो जाएगा, जबकि पानी को उबालने के लिए बहुत टाइम लगता है. आई थिंक यू नो अबाउट इट. ओके, यू नीड टू अप्लाई लॉट ऑफ हीट एनर्जी टू रेज द टेम्परेचर ऑफ वाटर. जबकि कॉपर में ऐसा नहीं, थोड़ा भी गर्म किया फट से, इट विल बी लाइक इन सेकेंड्स इट विल बी हॉट. ओके, सो इट्स रिटन द अमाउंट ऑफ हीट एब्जॉर्ब्ड बाय वाटर इज नियरली 10 टाइम्स. 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस बढ़ाने के लिए मेरे को कितना हीट एनर्जी देना पड़ता है. सो यस, amount of heat energy is dependent on the substance also. Now how do you differentiate the substance? Now we are going to study a new technique called specific heat capacity. Okay, so water and copper, they have different specific heat capacity. अभी तुम नोटिस ही कर रहे हो ना, that copper is like raising, मतलब copper takes less amount of heat energy and it is increasing the temperature, okay, within no time. So what is the difference between copper and water? About the material. तो उस मटेरियल का डिफरेंस को उन्होंने बोला है, इट्स अ टर्मिनोलॉजी. ओके, इट इज कॉल्ड स्पेसिफिक हीट कैपेसिटी. स्पेसिफिक हीट कैपेसिटी of each substance, and that is represented as small c. Okay, so when I say that heat energy is proportional to mass and also change in temperature, okay, so then that time we are going to proportionality ko nikalne ke liye only one thing. So if I say that heat energy is directly proportional to mass and the rise in temperature, okay, उसमें जब ऐसे बोलते हो उसके लिए हमने एक चीज कांस्टेंट रखा हुआ है. इफ यू नोटिस इन द फर्स्ट टू केसेस आई हैव केप्ट द सब्सटेंस सेम. Okay, so that means when you are having same substance, constant substance, तब वो हीट एनर्जी इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन मास एंड टेम्परेचर. ओके, यदि आपका सब्सटेंस ही चेंज हो जाएगा देन इट इज नॉट डिपेंडेंट ऑन मास एंड टेम्परेचर. ओके, मतलब यस इट इज डिपेंडेंट बट it is actually dependent on specific heat capacity. So when you want to remove the proportionality sign, we have to write Q is equal to Cm delta T. तो C is constant, मतलब जब तुम्हारा सब्सटेंस कांस्टेंट रहेगा, सेम रहेगा, तभी heat energy is dependent on mass and temperature. Okay, so basically specific heat capacity is the characteristics of the substance. Okay, so in this case water has the highest specific heat capacity. उसको गर्म करने को भी ज्यादा टाइम लगता है, उसको ठंडा करने को भी ज्यादा टाइम लगता है. Okay, so it is the characteristic. So about heat energy, what is the specific heat capacity? That is C. Okay, Q is equal to Cm delta T. So can you tell me what is C then? C is
Specific.
हाँ नहीं Q नहीं नहीं C is उसका आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द फॉर्मूला C is equal to Q upon M delta T. Okay, so let's talk about the unit of specific heat capacity. I'm going to come back on this difference little later, that it is not that important, but थोड़ा बाद में करते हैं. Okay, now specific heat capacity is talking about, please understand about thermal capacity and specific heat capacity. Now there is another terminology which is called heat capacity, thermal capacity, and that is represented as C dash, or if you remember यहाँ पे capital C लिख रहा है. Now heat capacity is talking about the whole body and specific heat capacity is talking about unit. Okay, a unit जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना particular unit, unit time, unit mass, unit. Like सोचो मैंने क्या किया, 1 gram of water लिया और 1 gram of copper लिया. So for 1 gram, okay, for 1 gram of water and 1 gram of copper कितना heat energy लगा. So that time we are going to talk about specific heat capacity. So specific heat capacities is just related to unit, okay, a unit measurement like 1 gram ऐसा. Now heat capacity is not talking about unit, it is talking about the whole body. मतलब सोचो 100 kg of water or 100 kg of copper, it is talking about the whole body. Okay, so normally the heat capacity, so थोड़ा skip करती हूँ, I'm just going to come directly here first. So let's see the relationship between heat capacity and specific heat capacity. हाँ ये वाला है. So heat capacity is what? Mass into specific heat capacity. So 1 gram को जितना टाइम, मतलब 1 gram को इतना हीट लगा. Okay, so what is that 1 gram को? We will be checking out, it will be something 4.2. So 4.2 joules लगेगा to increase the temperature of water. कितना पानी? 1 gram only. लेकिन मुझे 1 ग्राम पानी का नहीं करना है, वी वांट टू इंक्रीज इन कितना 4000 ग्राम्स का करना है. सो व्हाट विल बी माय हीट कैपेसिटी? हीट कैपेसिटी विल बी 4000 into 4.2. तुम समझ रहे हो? सो हीट कैपेसिटी इज टॉकिंग अबाउट, हाँ हीट कैपेसिटी इज टॉकिंग अबाउट द होल बॉडी, मतलब द होल मास. ओके, एंड स्पेसिफिक हीट कैपेसिटी इज टॉकिंग अबाउट ओनली 1 ग्राम, 1 यूनिट या 1 किलोग्राम. ओके, समझ में आया? सो ये मेजर डिफरेंस है. So what is the relationship between the heat capacity? The heat capacity is talking about the whole body and specific heat capacity is talking about a unit mass. ठीक है? So let's go back now. तो relation तुमको शायद समझ गया अभी. Okay, so what is heat capacity of a body? Is the amount of energy required to raise the temperature by 1 degree Celsius. Now इसी डेफिनेशन में यदि मैंने यूनिट मास डाल दिया तो वो क्या हो जाएगा? स्पेसिफिक हीट कैपेसिटी. और मैंने यहाँ पे बॉडी की बात कर रहे हो तो बॉडी के बारे में बात करेंगे. वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट यूनिट मास. ओके, सो the heat capacity of a body is the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature by 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin. Please notice that Kelvin में डिग्री नहीं लिखते हम लोग. Kelvin is written only as Kelvin. यहाँ पे एक मिस्टेक करते लोग. Okay, so what is heat capacity? Now heat capacity, again I'm repeating, it is for the whole body. Okay, so heat capacity is represented as T dash. तो क्या है ये? The amount of heat energy supplied upon rise in temperature. तो मैंने तो ऐसे बोल सकते Q upon delta T. If you notice यहाँ पे M नहीं है because it is not dependent on unit mass, तो M नहीं है. So heat capacity के फॉर्मूला में M नहीं आता है. Q upon M delta T नहीं है. It is only Q upon delta T. So what is the unit of heat capacity? Okay, heat capacity को और एक नाम दिया है थर्मल कैपेसिटी.